Good morning, guys. Happy day 3 of your fitness challenge. I hope your Wednesday has a fantastic feel to it. I have a super busy day in the OR today. In December, it's been kind of really busy for me at work on Wednesdays. So, I have purposefully scheduled those workout days out. So, I will get a walk when I get home tonight or sometime this afternoon if I'm able to walk between cases. And then I will do my skaters today. So you'll see those. I'll do those from a unique location for you. But because I know that I have to be somewhere super, super early on Wednesday mornings, um, I have chosen to opt out of workouts on Wednesdays for December. And I'll reevaluate that for January because I anticipate there to be a change. And that's the great thing about what I coach and what I teach, not only myself, but my clients, is that it doesn't have to be, consistency does not look the same every week. And what that means is some weeks are crazy busy. You can still be consistent in your fitness and nutrition and it not look like last week did or the week that is coming up will look, but it's still consistently consistent. And that's what I want you to know. It's so easy for you to make tweaks and changes that are consistent with what I teach, help you get results, and still not need to be at the gym 5 days a week, if that makes sense. So, today, let's talk a little bit about movement, balance, and metabolic support. Okay. If you are walking 10,000 steps a day at work, oftentimes on a clinic day, I will get 10,000 steps in. On a surgery day, I won't, which is why it's important for me to walk on a surgery day extra outside of my normal living because I don't get those steps in. But if you normally get 10,000 steps a day in at work, I want to give you a little sadness. Those 10,000 steps won't help your body lose weight because that's your baseline. You're accustomed to walking 10,000 steps a day. Your body is used to that. So if you want to use walking as part of your weight loss, fat loss plan, you're going to have to increase those steps. I would recommend 1 mile at a time. So the 10,000 steps that you're already doing, they're not going to cut it. Not for fat loss. They're great for keeping your body mobile. They're great for getting your job done, right? But they're not going to help you with fat loss because your body is already accustomed to doing that. That is normal. Here's a perfect example. I have a running partner. I have had the same running partner for 15 years. We love to get together and run. We're not currently training for anything, so it's literally just a run. It's not even considered a training run. It's just a run. We run 4 miles. Our bodies can run 4 miles together at a certain pace, in a certain, we finish in a certain time. It's not hard for us to run 4 miles. That 4 miles will not help us if we're training for a 5K, if we're training for a 10K, if we're training for a half marathon. That 4 miles also won't help me lose any fat. Why? Because for 15 years, I've been running 4 miles. My body is accustomed to that. If I'm going to use cardiovascular exercise or running as part of my fat loss plan, I've got to do something different. Does that make sense? So when people tell me, oh, I get 10,000 steps at work, that's great. You're going to have to get a little bit extra, a little bit more if you're going to use that as part of your fat loss plan. So I hope that makes sense. That's not to discourage you. That's to help my people who are like, but I'm walking 10,000 steps. I know you are. But this is why that's not going to work. And there's a solution and we'll find it. So showing up consistently is what I want to talk to you about today. And focusing on a lateral movement with coordination and balance. And these are really cool. The little challenge that we have today, the 30 skaters, because as we get older, balance is difficult. As we get older, standing on one leg is difficult. And these skaters, while they seem very simple and they can feel a little silly, it's a hop and a jump and a land on one leg. It is, but what it is teaching you is your central nervous system is saying, hey, I got to buck up here. I got to land on one leg. And it's a great movement for that. It's a great challenge. So I want to encourage you to try it. If you're not able to do them like you think you ought to be able to do them, then I want to encourage you to try them again tomorrow. I want to encourage you to incorporate them into your plan, because a skater is a real test of where you are balance-wise. And what I teach and what we coach in my challenge helps you with balance and stability. And skaters are a great exercise for that. So why do skaters matter? Because we train side-to-side strength, we train our glutes, we train our stabilizing muscles that often get neglected, especially as we get older. This type of movement supports joint health, balance, and long-term mobility. I know y'all have all seen the reels and the memes of, if you were born in the 19 whatever, you don't need to be wrapping presents on the floor. Well, let me tell you something. You ought to be able to wrap a present on the floor. You ought to be able to get up off the floor when you're playing with your grandchildren. You ought to be able to get up off the floor when you're playing with your kids. That's what I want for you. Mobility is huge as we get older. Mobility is a real testament to strength. And that's what we coach when I coach you in my challenges. And so when you see things like that, I want you to laugh them off, because that's not going to be you. You are going to be able to get up off the floor after you're wrapping your gifts. You are going to be able to get off the floor after you're doing all the things. That's what you are going to learn how to do. So in this skater, I want you to step side to side or add a hop. Okay? I want you to control the landing before the next rep. And I want you to keep your chest tall and your core engaged. What we want to do is quality over speed. So let's talk a little bit about nutrition today. Carbohydrates are imperative to support recovery and sleep. Imperative. Many women undereat carbs because they want to lose weight, especially at dinner time. My ladies pick at their dinner, they eat something with protein in it, they eat a small salad, but they don't want to eat carbohydrates. So let me tell you where that's shooting yourself in the foot. Carbohydrates help lower cortisol. And Lord, in December, our cortisol levels are sky high. Okay, so you need those carbohydrates, especially right now. I'm not saying you need 4 servings of sweet potato casserole, but I am saying you need whole food carbohydrates. Carbohydrates help refill glycogen stores. Glycogen is the energy storage in your body. And then carbohydrates help support a deeper sleep. And don't we all want that? So today's focus is I want you to include a carb source at dinner. Think whole grain rice. Think an actual potato, friend. You are allowed to have a potato. Think potato. Think a piece of fruit. Think, heavens to Betsy, a piece of bread. And notice how your body feels when you actually fuel it with carbohydrates. You're going to get not only better sleep, but you're going to get better results. Okay, so not all stress is bad. Some stress propels you to the next great thing, right? Some anxiety and stress teaches you to move forward and go do something great. But chronic stress is not good for your body. And your workouts should be challenging, but not overwhelming. I have a precious client who came to me, and after the first week of workouts, she was like, I love these workouts, but I feel like I should be doing something else. And so I'm going to go for a run. I'm like, well, actually, that's what we're trying to teach you not to do. And she's had phenomenal results. She had been chronically stressing her body out with hour-long, really hard workouts every day and didn't understand why she wasn't seeing results. I get it. Sometimes you want to feel like you've had a really great workout, and I want you to feel that way too. But a lot of that's mind over matter. Are you working out harder or are you working out smarter? Smarter is where I want you to be. Smarter is where the secret sauce is. So that's why FITMAS has focused on these short, effective sessions. Just a move, just consistently. Listen to your body, adjust when needed. That's progress. Okay, prize alert. Complete today's mission for a chance to win an Aura Ring gift card. One of the best tools on the market for tracking your sleep, for recovery insights, and for stress and readiness awareness. Look, I think they're so cool. I don't currently wear one. You would not want to see my Aura Ring right now because the stress level of the extra work in December would probably have it through the roof. But I also know that's really temporary. And if your stress level is not temporary, if you can't see a light at the end of the tunnel, then you are exactly the woman that I coach, because that's what we teach here, is how to manage those feelings, that chronic stress, in order to get you to your weight loss and your fat loss goals. So I want you to tag me. I want you to tag Faster Way to Fat Loss. I want you to tag Amanda Tress when you finish your skaters. I will finish my skaters in an undisclosed location today. I can't wait for you to see them, because literally these things can be done anywhere. So happy Wednesday. Happy day 3. I'm so glad you're here at FITMAS. I hope you're having a fantastic challenge so far, and I want to hear from you in the Facebook group and through email. Have the best day. Let's crush our skaters and let's crush our Wednesday. Bye, friend.